So I'm assuming your sprinkler head is something like this. This one is a Melanor. So a quick and simple way to see if you're putting out the volume, not so much even coverage and ideal coverage, is take this, put it in a 5-gallon bucket, turn the water on, and time how long it takes to fill the bucket. I'm running about 5 gallons a minute. So we have 5 gallons a minute. Throw it down on your lawn. Adjust it to fill the space you need. And then measure it out. I use these little yellow cups to check the water. So I'm running, the way that thing is set up, it covers about 60 by 60 or 3,600 square feet. I use this rotary sprinkler for this whole area. Now once you know how many gallons per minute your sprinkler is putting out, it's pretty easy. It takes 0.62 gallons of water to cover 1 square foot with 1 inch of water. So for me, using that sprinkler alone, to get a 1/2 inch out, 0.31 times 3,600 is 1,116 gallons. 1,116 gallons at 5 gallons a minute. It's going to take 223 minutes. So 223 minutes divided by 60, that thing's running for almost 4 hours. I get a little more volume out of that rotary. So I run it for 3 hours to get my 1/2 inch. And I put a dozen of those cups out randomly in that area to come up with an average. But those oscillating sprinklers, when it gets to its end of its swing and starts to change direction, that particular end of the cycle generally gets twice as much water as the water, or the cycle of the water towards the middle or the base of the sprinkler. So they're very uneven in that way. They'll put more water out towards the ends than in the middle of its path. I only use these oscillating sprinklers in a narrow area like that. And I just have it running, fanning back and forth. As the impact sprinkler is just not very efficient here. Areas like this, I pretty much do by hand. But I also have heads like this, little pop-up, and that covers this area perfectly. And I just have a few inexpensive timers, a bunch of hose, and a few different sprinkler heads, and it gets the job done. But if you don't know exactly what you're putting out for water, you're either way too much or not enough. There's another pop-up I use on one of those little stands, and that covers about a 25-foot radius. And you can see where the sprinkler ends. It's pretty clear where the sprinkler doesn't reach to. Same with back here. This is my setup for back here. I just have some of these pop-up Rainbird rotaries, impact sprinkler. I just have one on each end of about a 50-foot hose or so, and I just move them around the yard as necessary. Once you figure out the volume output, you can get a better idea of how long you have to run to at least get to that minimum amount. My lawn's not perfect. I am a tier 1 operator. And tier 1 will definitely get you to this level. But it took me and a neighbor to just pull a full stop and a reset. I would throw fertilizer down, disease X. Anytime I had a problem, I'd overwater, put product down that I probably shouldn't put down, and it causes a lot of problems. And I've posted pictures of this already. But here's that area that gets missed by the sprinklers. This little corner right here, underneath this tree, gets missed by the sprinklers. And it didn't get any watering that whole 30 days without rain. And I've watered it once with 1 inch. A week later, we got 3 inches of rain, and we just got another 1/2 inch Thursday. And it's bounced back quite well. And because of the lack of light underneath this very thick canopy tree, my grass thins out terribly under here. It gets real thin. But in the spring, it looks really good. It looks like the rest of the yard. Again, my lawn's not perfect. I definitely have dead spots and bare spots and some weeds. Here's a trouble scenario over here. But I just threw some seed down. I don't even water it, and it's coming up. This just gets 1 inch a week, either by rain or by sprinkler. And we went 30 days without any rain. And that 1 inch a week kept my lawn looking like this. It stressed out a little bit towards the end there, but it's rebounded nicely. And then everybody has a problem area. This is a full traffic area. We get the trash, grill, stairs, doors, all coming out here. We sit here and enjoy the day. But it's a little beat up. But it would be much worse if I didn't water it and feed it once in a while. So pull a full stop and a reset. Get that watering in check.